Hi, Dr. Drew Huffman, and welcome. Perhaps some of you noticed, perhaps you didn't. I was kind of out of commission last week. I wasn't feeling very well, and so I apologize, and it's good to be back. The weekend's coming, and that has kind of inspired me to want to put up a quick post, a quick reminder post about two choices we can make uh, that are going to help reduce inflammation. Now, inflammation and reducing inflammation is important because inflammation in general just doesn't help us feel very good. And also, inflammation is well associated with a number of different chronic medical conditions like uh, heart disease and diabetes and cancer and arthritis and almost all the rheumatic conditions and even weight gain. Okay, so let's talk about these two choices. I will be the first to tell you that I would love to believe that my choices don't matter. I mean, I can't think of how many times I just randomly made choices without even thinking about the consequences, right? But they do matter. My choices do affect how I feel physically and emotionally. My choices affect my health. So, what are the two choices that we can do today, tomorrow, and every day thereafter that really is going to help reduce that inflammation and how we feel? Well, I'm going to keep this simple too. So there's a lot of information out there on the internet, on the TV, about the whole dietary modification. This diet and that diet, this food is good and that food isn't good. Well, let's face it. For the vast majority of us, there are really only two things that we really struggle with when somebody tells us, hey, I want you to restrict some dietary thing. And you can probably name them, right? So, sugar, I know, hard, right? So, sugar and carbohydrates. So, the two choices that we can do that will dramatically decrease our inflammation today, tomorrow, and every day thereafter is reduce sugar and reduce the carbohydrates, especially the simple carbohydrates, right? So, let's talk a little bit more about that. So, sugar. Refined sugar, sugar substitutes, artificial sweeteners, and we got to be really careful with high fructose corn syrup because that stuff is in everything. So we're going to have to start checking the labels. Carbohydrates, especially simple carbohydrates. What are those? Well, that's basically grain and wheat products. So these are our breads, our pastas, our pastries. And again, we just have to look at labels. So the two choices we can make is one, reduce sugar. And if we can totally eliminate it, that's great. Two, reduce and restrict wheat and grain products, our simple carbohydrates. To give you an idea about sugar, so the American Heart Association